What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. Yesterday, I posted a video about the jerky that was mentioned in the Epstein emails and notes and stuff like that, and all those files and everything. And I went on to explain what that jerky possibly could be from my evidence that I've found, or information I've found, I should say, about this. I want to be clear about this evidence I'm talking about, or this information I'm talking about. Uh, it's not classified or anything else like that, but it is protected and limited. It's protected, guys. That's the best thing to put it like that. So anyway, uh, Epstein was involved in a little bit more than just the pedophilia stuff, human trafficking. This human trafficking went well beyond just children and girls and all that stuff like that, the sex stuff and all that. Of course, we all know about what goes into human trafficking, about the organs and all that other stuff that goes with it, including infants and stuff. We already know about that, but this went on a little bit more than that. But the other day, about the old world order stuff, I mentioned the Bogotov twins. Uh, there's some mystery to me about their birth and all that like that, but one of the things about it was, guys, they was heavily invested in gene splicing, gene editing, and DNA research and things like that. So most likely, a lot of these ancestry.coms or 123Me or whatever those DNA research things that you could do at home or send in from home was part of this elaborate network they had set up. Was started with the Bogotovs, essentially, and then of course now found out that Epstein was involved, heavily involved in this DNA research, gene editing, gene splicing kind of stuff, and he was going around and basically a lot of his efforts was uh, getting DNA samples from different people around the world and different uh, persons of note. I would say that. Make sure he got DNA evidence from them also. Of course, there's been speculation, good and bad, about who was doing this for, what, and it all goes back to that little state in the Middle East that's stirring up a lot of problems, which is Israel, of course. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It all leads back there, a lot of this. Who he worked for exactly, we're not sure, or everything like that and everything. But all the information has pointed to this exactly, that he was also doing, heavily involved in gene editing, gene splicing, and DNA manipulation and uh, extraction or collection of DNA samples. A lot of the people that went to his motels or whatever, parties and things like that, the islands, stuff like that, they would leave DNA samples, and he was there to collect it. Okay, and this goes across the board to pretty much everybody that visited his establishments. Uh, the thing is about this DNA, guys, of course, we know that they do this stuff, this manipulation with DNA. They can also create clones. They can create organs with this stuff and everything else like that. So it's not too hard to imagine where this goes from here. So while all this other stuff is going on about horrendous stuff that he was doing to these women and children and stuff, and the other sacrificial things that were going on that's just now starting to be uncovered, there's a lot of deeper and more sinister things going on with this. And it leads into the underground places where we all heard, hopefully you have heard, about this underground facilities where they had growth labs or growing labs for humans or humanoids. And they perpetuated the thing by kidnapping children and females and even males in some instances to perform these birth centers, or they just use these people for genetic manipulation and growing clones and stuff like this or whatever else they was doing, and all the sacrificial stuff they was talking about. Guys, the sacrifice stuff, bad as it is and everything like that, it's just part of what's going on here, guys. It's just another part of it. This goes so deep into so many layers to it, guys. You wouldn't believe it. And like I said, a lot of this information is protected. It's not classified or sequestered in any way like that. I can't really reveal where they come from, but this is gathered from years of looking into things and other things that's connected to this whole 9 yards. It's all coming out here shortly. And one of the videos I made the other day is, you can't drain a swamp unless you cut off the water supply to it. That's how you drain a swamp. First, you got to cut off the water supply, and that's pretty much what we're seeing going on. And unfortunately, some of the people that might be involved in drying out the swamp might be part of the drying out process too. So it goes deep, guys. It goes very deep, and it has long, long roots in years and decades, maybe even further back of this stuff going on. But this is part of the Epstein thing that's going on that people are not talking about, that the public don't know about. But guys, it goes very deep. So that's just another part of what's going on with this Epstein stuff that they're not telling us, and what the truth is there. Hope y'all have a good day. And as always, guys, since we've got so much negativity going on in the world, it's time to start spreading positively. So if you know somebody that's not got anybody around them, they're kind of lonely or whatever, reach out, get in contact with them, talk to them, see if they need anything, see if they need a helping hand. That's always good. The weather's turning nice, so get out and start enjoying it. Y'all have a good day. Later, taters.